Welcome to Live Music Showcase here on 88.5 WMNF Tampa. I'm your host, Ken Apperson. We are live in studio with Summer Hoop. How you doing, Summer?
Hi, I'm so good. How are you?
I'm so good as well. I like the parade wave. That was good. Very good. You can watch this episode and all of our episodes in live stream form on Facebook or YouTube. On Facebook, just search WMNF's Live Music Showcase. And on YouTube, just search WMNF. We're live right now. Head on over to the stream and say hi. You've got a whole bunch of music to play for us today. Is that right?
I have so much. I hope you're prepared for 5 hours of music.
I am.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, that's good. Is it all in slow-mo? Is that why it's...
Slow and reverbed. Yes.
That's solid. Very good. What's the first song called?
The first song is called Pay-Per-View.
I like that song.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I do too.
We'll talk more about that after the song. Yeah. Go ahead. Take it away.
I know you. Wow. I just tripped up and we already started. I know to you I'm just another girl, but I need your pretty kiss. I know you think that I can't handle it, but everyone else just tastes like spit. Oh, I could live inside your car and sleep in the back when things get hard. They said a week is kind of early on, but when I look at your face, swear I see God. You don't really like it when I cry to you, just another thing that I don't want to do. Everywhere looks another shade of blue. I just want to watch you like a pay-per-view. Fantasize and then I start to drool. Oh, you know that in love I'm a fool. Yeah, this time I'm gonna follow the rules. Sit back down, I'm gonna keep it cool. I'm gonna keep it cool. To your face, if it got me a little bit closer. Oh, I wanna taste. Won't you put me on the roster? I'm in your city. If you wanna see me, please don't think it's creepy. I just want you to need me. You don't really like it when I cry to you, just another thing that I don't want to do. Everywhere looks another shade of blue. I just want to watch you like a pay-per-view. Fantasize and then I start to drool. Oh, you know that in love I'm a fool. Yeah, this time I'm gonna follow the rules. Sit back down, I'm gonna keep it cool. I'm gonna keep it cool. To respect myself, but I would rather wreck myself. Don't care about my mental health. I guess that I'll go off myself. I wanna be a slave. I swear to God that I'll behave. I'm begging you on all my days. I wanna follow the rules. I'm gonna keep it going. 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 I'm gonna keep it cool.
Summer Hoop here on Live Music Showcase. So what's that song about? Pay-per-view.
Pay-per-view. It's about yearning, desire. It's actually the first song that I ever wrote about a girl.
Yeah.
I met this person that was just so polarizing to me, and I think it was kind of like the same way that I'd felt like when I'd first like fallen in love for the first time, where it's like you move so quick and like they give you an inch and you take a mile and you're like, why are we not married yet?
Yeah.
So I was essentially obsessed with this person who was not necessarily obsessed with me.
Okay.
Yeah. And they were like, calm down. And I was like, okay, but I wrote this song.
Oh.
Yes.
How far into the relationship, how many
oh my God,
days, weeks, months did you have this song written?
Well, we were never an actual thing.
Oh.
I just met this person and we hung out a couple times.
Yeah.
They were a far distance from me.
Yeah.
And
physically, geographically.
Yeah.
Okay.
Physically, yeah. And probably mentally, emotionally, like they way more in tune with themselves and like who they were. And yeah, so I don't know, I took the feeling and just kind of ran with it, because I was like, well, I guess I'm gonna milk this right now, even if it makes me seem crazy.
Yeah.
And then actually we played this show where we opened up for this band called Bill Murray.
Yeah.
It was like I don't know, 2 years ago.
Popular
maybe?
band. Yep.
Yeah. And this girl was gonna be at that show, and I was like, it is time to do my big one. Like, I'm gonna play this song, and they're gonna fall in love with me, and it's gonna be so great.
See, to people out there who are not musicians and not songwriters, sometimes we as songwriters will treat a song like flowers as a gift, you know? Mm-hmm. We're like, instead of giving you flowers, we're like, here, I wrote this song about you. And it's they're not really equivocal to the non-songwriter. You know, it's like, that's a lot of effort.
I think I would be flattered if somebody wrote a song about me. Actually, I have had
I was going to say, no one's written a song about you?
I have. They're not, like, I've never gotten a love song. They're mostly like, girl, why are you like this?
Okay.
Like, but yeah, I feel like this is the closest I have to a love song, even though it really is still not one, because it's just so about unrequited love and about somebody telling you to like sit down and chill. But I would consider it to be kind of a love song, right? A yearn song.
A yearn song, yeah. There you go.
A desperation song.
Summer yearning.
I'm barking like arf arf, please.
Somebody get her a collar. So let's talk more about that here in a minute. But first, let's hear another song. What's this next one called?
Oh, this next song is called "My Inner Child Is Dead."
Right. So it's pretty literal.
Yeah, it's pretty literal.
Yeah.
I put this song out and I'm like, dang, nobody was gonna ask me if I'm okay.
Panda, the guitarist in the room, is like, I was like, hey.
No, my mom called me and she was like, did I do something wrong?
Tell me about the song.
And I was like, girl, it's not you. It's just my own brain.
We'll talk about that here as soon as we get done with this song. Go ahead and play it.
I can't remember my favorite memory from 12 and under. I'm starting to lose sleep. I'm on a bender, but nobody asked me. The things that I once loved don't make me happy. Oh, politics and one-night stands and crude comments from older men. This was never in the plan. I was just a bright-eyed kid. If she had known the things I did, think that she would call it quits. While everyone's laughing, I'm seeing red. I think the world is going to end. I never get happy, I'm filled with regret. I think my inner child is dead. I think my inner child is dead. I once was in love, I wish that they were dead. I once was so smart, I was a gifted kid. Fill up my body, silicone plastic. I look in the mirror, I'm feeling the damage. I play another local show and none of my friends even go. They say they'd rather sit at home. Oh, I can have a conversation, feel enraged at situation. Sorry, but I lost my patience. While everyone's laughing, I'm seeing red. I think the world is going to end. I never get happy, I'm filled with regret. Oh, I think my inner child is dead. I think my inner child is dead. Hey, how are you? How you been? I never thought I'd see you again. How's it going with your little music thing? You're so quiet, I didn't know you could sing. Relationships scare me, I'm holding on the belly. I'm dying of boredom. to Florida if I don't make it. Well, by the time I'm 27, you all better pray that I find another passion. I hold on to bad days in a constant state of heartbreak. I said that I was over it. I posted on the internet. I promise you I don't need nobody, but I just get a little lonely while everyone's laughing. I'm seeing red. I think the world is going to end. I never get sappy, I'm filled with regret. I think my inner child is dead.
Summer Hoop here on Live Music Showcase. How old are you, Summer?
I'm 25.
So you got 2 years.
2 good years.
2 good years.
And you all better pray I find something else that excites me just as much.
Why? What's going to happen?
I just feel like I have this really like toxic way of thinking.
Okay.
And for some reason, I just think a lot of the times that women, especially in the music industry, are not as valued in their older age. And it like stresses me out a little bit, especially when there's lots of like younger up and coming girls that have been doing it for a while. And that's always just kind of been my shtick where I'm like, if I don't make it by 27, like,
why 27 though?
The 27 Club.
I knew you were going to say that. Okay. If you know what the 27 Club is, leave it in the comments right now on the live stream, which is live right now on Facebook and on YouTube. Feel free to join in. So there's so many things with that song that I think as a musician are relatable. You know, it's almost like, you know how songwriters, and tell me if this is the case or not. It may not be, but like when you're a songwriter and you get writer's block, you sometimes just start writing a song about the fact that you can't write a song, or you can't think about what you want to write, or you start thinking existentially, and then you get stuck in that for the next 10 years. But like, you know, it kind of sounds like that in the sense that you say in the bridge of that song, you know, you're basically speaking from the perspective of other people who are talking to you, who are maybe not as supportive to you as, you know, as an artist. And they're saying all of the things that we've all heard. Oh, I didn't know you sang. Oh, I didn't realize you did that.
Yeah,
and you're like, it's my entire existence. How could you not know?
Right. It's like
it's
people
all
that I
I
knew
post
when
about.
I was so young that are like, oh, you're singing? I was like, I was singing back then too.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, maybe you guys weren't paying attention, but I was doing it. And also just like, I feel like it sounds really awful to say, but when like a complete stranger, like I work a bar job. I'm a bartender to make that money.
Sure.
And you know, you have somebody that finds out that you sing. Yeah. And it's like, I know like you a bar don't patron? Care. And yes, it's like a bar patron. And it's like, I know you don't care if I'm not like singing Van Halen or like I'm at playing my 3-hour cover gig or something. They're like, where can I see you? I'm like, I don't think you want to. It's like, I don't know. It's a tough conversation. And then they tell other people like, oh, did you know she sings? And a complete stranger's like, oh, that's cool. And I'm like, we really don't have to have this conversation.
Are they ever? I've heard that conversation happen in exactly the scenario. I have a friend who's a bartender who's also a singer, and usually what happens is, hey, sing something for us.
Right, and
I
always
what are you
say,
gonna sing, and then it's like
I say I don't sing for free.
There you go. That's good.
I'm like, actually, I kind of do, but like...
You're like, I mean,
exclusively.
What's happening right now? What is literally happening right now in this hour? No, so, but yeah, seriously, you know, it's a funny thing that music in today's day and age is often kind of trivialized, right? And musicians are as well. And female musicians who are, you know, pretty and well-spoken kind of get dismissed and minimized into just that singular identity. And you have many layers to your identity, and that's evident by the songs that you write, frankly, I think. So what's your least, so for any bar patrons that might be listening right now who happen to like come and visit you at a bar in St. Pete where you work, right? St. Pete?
Yeah, St. Pete.
Yeah. What is the one thing you do not want to hear come out of their mouth when they find out who you are?
I could talk about this for so long, but there's a few things.
Give me
of them
couple.
Is like, well, like, why don't you try getting signed?
Why aren't you signed yet?
They're like, why are you not, you know, you could like post it on TikTok. Like, why are you not doing it? I'm like, I am actually.
Right.
Or like when they're like, like, why are you working here then? I'm like, why do you think that I'm working here? Because I'm not making any money.
Right. What's another one?
When they say, oh my God, did you know that my
they relate. They do the relating
neighbor's
thing. Right.
dog's toy has like played guitar once?
Oh, my 5-year-old son is learning to play guitar. That's so
like,
relatable to your
them?
situation. Do you know them? Right. Yeah. And I mean, Summer Hoop, I've known you a little over a decade now. From the old music store, music lessons place back when you were taking lessons and everything.
I was like 15, so accurate.
Longer. So yeah. Wow. Yeah, that's about right. 10 years. And I mean, you've evolved considerably since then. And I think that's the nature of it.
I hope so.
Yeah.
Please.
That's the way it goes. You sound exactly like you did. Yeah.
That you were.
You sound exactly the same.
Have you 100%. Thought about going to school?
So we do have a comment in the live stream right now. Josh says wonderful songwriting and excellent voice with a peace sign.
Thank you, Josh.
Or no, rocker sign. Sorry, double horns. So
thanks, Josh. I'm single.
So I definitely want to talk about that exactly, but let's hear another song first. What's the next one called?
Brain Dead. This is an unreleased song.
Ooh.
That will hopefully be out in the next couple months. It is called Brain Dead.
So you're brain dead?
Oh, yeah, I thought we were gonna start. Sometimes I'm like, if this is as smart as I'm gonna be the rest of my life, that sucks.
We'll do some math equations after the song, and we'll see how it goes.
Losing all progression. My body is a taxidermy. Watching my dissension and dreaming of a lobotomy. Uncomfortably thick-headed emotions that are rented. Told myself that ignorance was bliss, and now I regret it. Getting older, but not getting wiser. Mind is wasted and I'm tired. I think maybe I'm brain dead. Maybe I burned up all of my brain cells. Can I learn a new skill? Feeling like my mind's killed. Maybe I'm sinking. And I think maybe I'm brain dead. Maybe I burned all my intelligence. Looking for a new thrill. Should I take the red pill? Maybe I regress. Staring up at heaven and guilty for the life that I lead. I never learned my lesson, and maybe 'cause the friends that I keep are comfortably thick-headed, stealing all my senses, living in a bliss of ignorance. They told me forget it. Getting older and I'm tired. I think maybe I'm brain dead. Maybe I burned up all of my brain cells. Can I learn a new skill? Feels like my mind's killed. Maybe I'm sinking. And I think maybe I'm brain dead. Maybe I burned all my intelligence. Looking for a new thrill. Should I take the red pill? Maybe I regress. I think maybe I think maybe I'm I think maybe I think maybe I'm brain dead. Maybe I burned all my intelligence. Looking for a new thrill. Should I take the red pill? Maybe I'm sinking. And I think maybe I'm brain dead. Maybe I burned all my intelligence. Looking for a new thrill. Should I take the red pill? Maybe I regress. All inside my head again. I might be brain dead again. All inside my head again. I might be brain dead. And getting older, and mind is wasted. I'm getting older, mind is wasted.
Summer Hoop here on Live Music Showcase. Good job, guys.
My brain stopped working during that song. So.
Me too.
So ironic.
That's that's the way it goes, right? Yeah. Well, the funny thing about intelligence is the whole, Dunning-Kruger thing, where it's like, if you're actually not intelligent, you don't know that you're not intelligent, right? You don't have that awareness. That's the whole Dunning-Kruger thing, where that's why we have so many dumb people in the world doing dumb things, because they don't know they're dumb, and that's okay. I do that all the time. I'm constantly doing dumb things. Geez, well, try. I drove to Tampa. I've driven to Tampa twice today because I just left behind something that was rather important and just didn't think to just check and see if I had that thing in the car. That's the way it goes. But let's talk about relationships, right? You write a lot about relationships. Seems like the main subject matter for your songwriting is relationships and your own kind of like introspection and kind of self-deprecating things, right? So, and we'll talk about that too at some point. But I'm really curious. So you being a woman as a songwriter, being an artist as a songwriter, being a bartender as a songwriter, being a woman in the world. How do your relationships? How are your relationships affected by your artistry, and vice versa? But how are they? How are like you're dating someone or you're seeing someone? Like how quick into those experiences do they know what you do as an artist? Let's start there.
Yeah, I feel like a majority of the time they already know what I'm doing.
Sure.
Unless they meet me while I'm working, but I don't anybody that comes into my bar. I'm like, you're probably not the person for me.
Okay. Well, that's the bartender rule. Like the Iron Curtain comes down, and it's like I'm not here to.
It's like I went on one date with a bar patron one time, and I was like, "This is so bad. It was horrible."
Yeah.
He showed up. It was kind of cool. He showed up on a motorcycle, smoking a cigarette. But then when he found out I had a cat, he was like, "I will run that cat over with my motorcycle." And I was like, "What is up with these men?"
Did he say
being
that?
Toxic? Something along those lines. Some men just don't like cats, and they think it's masculine to not like cats. And I'm like, no, you're just exposing yourself. We're cat lovers here, right?
Yeah, absolutely. And can I just say, and this is my own observation. Mark says he was a cat in a former life.
All
I'd like
past
to think
9 lives. I just brain dead.
7 lives. There you go. 7 plus 2 equals the number we were going for.
Because I've lost 2 lives already.
That's okay. Yeah. No, I was going to say that's a great example of toxic masculinity in the sense that a lot of people are like, what does that even mean? How do you define that? To me, I define that as any, we'll say, overextension on the male part, trying a little too hard to be masculine. To me, it just stinks of insecurity.
Yeah.
Like if a guy says that, if he's like, I hate cats so much that I'd run him over with my motorcycle. Well, no, you wouldn't, unless you're a genuine psychopath. Exactly. In which case, you saying that is just you feeling insecure or not feeling masculine and wanting to overcompensate.
Yeah, it's kind of like they're like, when you have the colors growing up and it's like pink, this is for girls.
Yeah.
And blue, this is for men.
Yeah.
They're like dog man.
Yeah. Yeah.
I must like dog.
I must like dog.
No, it's cool. Pink is kind of cute sometimes and cats are cuddly.
Yeah.
And you guys just don't like them because they won't give you what you want. You want them to run up and be like, please, I'm desperate for your attention.
Well, that's
Whereas
a whole
cats,
other. Yeah.
I'm a black cat personality where I sit there and I feel like if you deserve my attention at that point, then I come over there and I rub my little head on you. This is all metaphor, but literally
is
too.
Is metaphor? Yeah, I was gonna say yeah.
But yeah, dating. How do we even get there? Most of the time they already know what I do.
Yeah.
And this has actually happened a few times.
Met at a show or something like that?
Yeah, maybe.
Okay. Or they look you up on Instagram.
They see me on the internet.
Yeah.
And then obviously I had different collaborations and stuff like that they may have found me through. And I have gotten a few times where I actually just talked about this recently with somebody that I went on a date with years ago. And they were like, how come the date didn't really how come nothing happened after that? And I was like, I felt like you were a lot, you were very hyper, you were just running through topics. And he was like, from your social media and like what you do with your life, he was like, I thought that's how you were gonna be.
Ooh.
They were like, you seem really like out there online, and like you seem like very intense and like kind of ridiculous. And I was like, yeah, that's like a heightened version of me. That's like
the persona.
Yes, that's the artist Summer. And then they were like, you were very chill when I met you, and just like was kind of laid back. I'm like, yeah, because I can't be torqued up 24/7. And it's easier when I can like sit back and like be introspective on my phone and be like, this is funny, I'm gonna post it.
Yeah.
But when I'm sitting there with somebody, I'm like, let me think about what I'm saying for a minute. So I definitely think people have a different idea of what I'm gonna be like from seeing me online, which I guess you could say that for anybody, but I have so much out there that you can dig into and form your own sort of idea of who I am.
Sure.
And obviously there's the part of it too where they're just like, you know, you're so cool, you got this music thing going on, and I'm like, knock me off that pedestal real quick, because there's so many downs.
Sure.
Like every day I'm like, why am I doing this? I'm so sad, like it's the end of my life. And then they're like, are you okay? I'm like, just trying to make an Instagram post.
Yeah.
I'm like, let me know if you need anything.
So so we have Panda in here playing guitar, and pull that mic a little closer to you so you can talk on it a little bit.
Hello.
Yeah. So you guys have been playing together for a couple of years now.
Couple years.
Right.
Yeah.
And you guys have never dated, right?
No.
He has a lovely
Yes.
thank God. But he has his lovely fiance Brittany. She's actually out
She's
there.
in the control room right now.
In the control room.
Hello.
So how long have
Poop.
you and Brittany, is her name?
Yes.
I never got to actually meet her. I apologize, Brittany. How long have you guys been dating?
8 years. We just
Okay.
Yeah, just
so
had our anniversary.
precluded
Yeah.
the summer.
Which blows my mind.
Okay.
Because 8 years was
It's a long time.
somebody.
Yeah.
You got lucky.
How old are you?
32.
32. 8 years. So you guys started dating when you were 24.
Yes.
Wow.
Just
Kids?
Summer's age.
Do you guys
just
have
a little
kids?
kid. 2 cats.
2 cats.
Yeah.
Attaboy. Love it. With 2 cats in the yard.
That's right.
That's perfect. Yeah. Now everything is easy. Okay, well then that answers that question, because it's like, how often when you're in a dynamic like this do the feelings start to crop up?
Yeah. Well, what I love is, and I've explained this to other people. I don't know if I've ever explained it to like you guys, like the guys in the band.
Yeah.
But they've all, since I've met them, have all been in relationships. Like, Zach is married. You know, Trey's been with a girl for years. He's been with a girl for obviously a long time. You know, Ben's got kids and stuff. So it's like, it was easy for me to be like, okay, these people are my friends, and like I can feel safe around them, because it is the truth. Like, it's very easy when it's like 2 creative people that are attractive, and you're like making something, and you're like, do we like each other, or
do we just really like this song?
yeah. Or just like we getting along, or like you experiencing like things with people, playing shows, and it's like such heightened emotions. But it's just like so sick that
You're
I'm
on
like,
stage,
oh,
there's
these
a
are my
big
bros.
crowd. You're on stage, there's a big crowd, and you're feeling that energy, and suddenly you
Listen,
lock eyes.
I've been there before, and it ended horribly.
Really?
Yes.
Tell me about it.
I don't want to talk that much about it, but like I think we both know who I'm talking about the old people that were in my band.
Yeah.
I
mean, I don't have the roster, handy,
Oh.
but I think I remember. That's what I thought.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It just like it didn't end well, because it's like once it doesn't continue and go any further,
And then you're like, well, we're still in the band.
it was like we were Fleetwood Mac in it.
Were you?
Well, I mean, we were Fleetwood Mac in it, and then also
Yeah.
it was like Fleetwood Mac where it was like, you'll never get away from the sound, like on stage.
Casting
And
a
it's
spell,
like-
basically.
Yeah.
On Lindsey Buckingham.
So that didn't
Yeah.
go on for much longer. So yeah, I'm gonna keep work and play separate.
Unless you don't, which is fine. So what do you got next in terms of the songs? What do you have?
We're gonna play a song called Irish Goodbye. I put it out earlier this year, right around St. Patrick's Day, and just about somebody who just kind of dips without warning. One of my favorite moves to pull, but I don't like when it's pulled on me.
Hang on. While she's telling us, make sure that thing's in tune.
Yes.
I might kill you. Just kidding. Anyway, keep going.
But yeah, like the old disappears, no phone call, not saying anything, and it's like I got bamboozled again. But it's like, but I would also take you back again. Like if you wanted closure, I would be there in a minute.
Are you a glutton for punishment?
I am a glutton for punishment.
Ah, okay.
New Paris song, delicious. Yes, it doesn't happen super often. Don't get me wrong. I'm not like a huge fool. But it has happened a few times where I'm like, wow, that humbled me so badly. And it makes for really great writing material. So I just kind of let it happen sometimes.
Okay.
And then I take back the power, and for every one person that hurts me, I hurt 5 people.
So you're like the Irish mafia, basically.
I have to.
You're like, I'm going to kill you and your mother and your brother. That's not Irish, but you get the
I say
idea.
congrats. I'm giving 5 people trauma.
I like that. And then after this song, I want to play a little word association.
You go through once. I don't need to look back, 'cause you already ghosted me. I'm getting sick of whiplash. You're still moving carelessly. I keep on strangling the moment, and my fingers hurt from holding scratches on the carpet. You always pull from under me. I know I should be mad at you, but mainly I'm amused. I wanna argue, wanna be violent. All that you give me is radio silent. You have an Irish goodbye where you don't call back and you're gone from my life. How do you move so silent? Disappear on me. You're keeping your footsteps quiet. It feels like a fever dream. I keep my foot at the foot of your door in case you try to leave. Oh, but we've been here before. You're always 3 footsteps ahead of me. I wanna argue, wanna be violent. All that you give me is radio silent. You have an Irish goodbye where you don't call back and you're gone from my life. My favorite disappearing act. I'm disappointed, I'm not mad. You could do it again and again. I'd take you back. I wanna argue, wanna be violent. All that you give me is radio silence. You have an Irish goodbye. You don't call back and you're gone from my life. An Irish goodbye. Oh, you're gone from my life. You have an Irish goodbye. You don't call back and you're gone from my life.
Irish Goodbye by Summer Hoop here on Live Music Showcase. We're live every week here on WMNF 88.5 FM, WMNF.org, and live in live stream form on Facebook and YouTube. You can join the live stream right now. You can see Summer. You can see Panda. You can see myself here on Live Music Showcase. Join the live stream. It's on WMNF's Live Music Showcase on Facebook and WMNF on YouTube. Check it out. We've got a bunch of comments, got a bunch of people commenting, and stick around because the show is really just getting fun at this point because we're going to do the AMA Ask Musicians Anything segment, the segment where you as the listener get to call in or leave an email with any questions or comments that you might have for Summer or the show or anything like that, anything you want to do. The number is not on a piece of paper in front of me. It's 813-269-9663. That number again is 813-269-9663. Did I say it right, Mark? Yes! Took me 3 years, but I memorized it, you guys. 239-9663, 239-WMNF. Or you can leave an email, dj@WMNF.org, with any questions and comments. We've got a bunch of comments already here in the live stream. Let's see.
You got any hate comments?
No hate comments, not yet.
Gosh darn it.
I mean, they're we have a very nice audience here, but also feel free to be honest with us if you're not digging it. That's totally fine. I'm digging it though. David Bryant says, "Great job, and great job with the show today. I'm thinking of who she reminds me of vocal style. I know that's Summer's favorite thing. Let's see, maybe Nancy Griffith."
Love her.
Yeah, me too.
Literally, I'm sorry.
That's okay. Trey says audio sounds great. Chris Tripp says love it. Piercy Bain, how you doing, Piercy? Piercy says beautiful team. I like her songs and her storylines. Peace artist. Yep. Oh no, it says peace artist. It's a exclamation mark, not an I. Yeah. So feel free to call in or email with any questions or comments that you might have. Our board op Charlie will take your questions and your comments, and he'll send them over to me, and I will convey those to Summer at the end of the show, which is coming up here in just a few minutes. So real quick, word association. You know what that is? Have you ever done that before?
Yeah, you say a word and then I say a word.
As fast as you can.
Damn,
Yeah, you have to be quick.
Crazy.
That's fine. Yeah, just don't swear. That's the only thing. If you can help it. Mark, hover over the dump button as much as you can. Yeah. Yeah. So I'm going to say some words, and you're going to free associate to them, and we're going to go super fast. Okay. We're just going to plow through them. If you don't have one, I'm going to keep going.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Well, you can't say pass.
Caught up.
If you get caught up, yeah, I'm just going to keep going.
What if pass is the word that keeps going to my brain?
No, it doesn't count.
Okay.
No.
Next.
I know that trick. I've played this game a few times. Not exactly. Dunning-Kruger. Yeah, not knowing.
I'm like, it's past or it's a bad word. Sorry.
Yep.
Choose your fighter.
Yep. All right. So here we go. Ready?
Okay, yeah.
And we'll do it. I'll even set a little timer here. Why not? We'll set a little timer here. We'll make it official. Our timer here is set for 2 minutes. We'll do this 2 minutes maximum. Ready? Oh, I like that. Yeah, go ahead and score us by all means, Panda, if you want to. All right, here we go. All right. Drunk.
Me. Right now.
There you go. Right now.
Kidding.
Perfect. Yeah.
Just kidding.
Allegedly. Right. Yeah. Men.
Bad.
Okay. Women.
Good.
All right. Cats.
Dogs.
Dogs is the answer to cats?
Well, it was going to be like, and that just felt
right,
like,
yeah.
like good.
Okay.
This feels like my opinion on things.
Yes. Hot dogs.
Delicious.
Okay. Glizzy.
Gluck.
Okay. OnlyFans.
Someday.
That's the backup plan after 27. That's good. Okay. Kickball.
Recess.
Okay. Mom.
I love her.
Oh, that's sweet. That's real cute.
That's 3 words.
Yeah. Knife.
Good. Oh, cool.
Cool. Gun.
I don't have one.
Oh, okay.
It's not on me right now.
It's not on you right now. That's good. Bartending.
Tired.
I like that. Okay. St. Pete.
Trendy.
Tampa.
Interesting.
I
live in Tampa, so I don't know why I'm talking like that.
That's fair. No.
St. Pete is like, we're all so cool.
Yeah.
We're living in St. Pete.
Mm-hmm.
And Tampa's like,
The Benz.
too cool. Calm down.
I like that. Calm down. WMNF.
Home.
Aw, that's nice. That's good. Squats.
Heavy.
Heavy? What do you squat these days?
Oh, not as good as I used to, but I can't do math. I'll do like a 45 and a 10 on each side.
Nice.
I don't know what that is.
All right. Camping.
Never.
Drugs.
Brain dead.
The alarm. Perfect.
Brain dead. Yeah, right at the buzzer. Very nice. Very good. All right. What's the next song called?
Think That You're Lonely. Think They're Lonely.
You don't know me.
I know you're not lonely. You
That's
got
true.
Cats. You got a girl.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah, I put this out earlier this year. It's my first song to ever hit 50,000 streams. That was like not a collaboration song. All me.
Nice.
And I love this song. And yeah.
Take it away.
If you're growing up, that's not the person that I know. You could stay a tool and I could stay unsuccessful. When we reached our final level, I turned you off with a console, and you remain a monster, and I'm the same old natural disaster. And I wish that we lived in different dimensions, so I never have to hear your name again. And you could think that forever I'll be driving that 2007 piece of junk that always broke down. And I could think that you're lonely, think that you're homeless and crashing and burning on someone's couch. And you could pray that I never get out, get myself together. You can call me the same hometown, lay down. And I could think that you're lonely, think that you're homeless and crashing, burning and rolling and smoking on someone's couch. If you made up with your father, well, I couldn't be bothered. Memories in my mind, you're just a faceless figure. And sometimes I wonder if you're even still alive. Well, I wouldn't be surprised. You always said you're gonna die young. And who says things like that to the people they love? And I wish that we lived in different dimensions, so I never have to hear your name again. And you could think that forever I'll be driving that 2007 piece of junk that always broke down. And I could think that you're lonely, think that you're homeless and crashing and burning on someone's couch. And you could pray that I never get out, get myself together. You can call me the same hometown, lay down. And I could think that you're lonely, think that you're homeless and crashing and burning, rolling and smoking on someone's dead or alive. What's the difference now? I know it's not for me to find out all of the things that you cared about while you're crashing, burning and rolling on someone's couch. Well, somebody told me that you're better now. That's not the person that I know.
Summer Hoop here on Live Music Showcase. I think that's my favorite of your songs that I've heard
Thank you.
so far, honestly. I think that the cadence of the lyrics and everything is really, really cool. It's really well written, really, really well done. Very good. Okay, so we're coming up near the end of the show here today. And again, now is the time to get in your AMA questions, ask musicians anything by calling into the station 813-269-9663 or leaving an email at dj@wmnf.org. We already have a few coming in, so I'm really looking forward to sharing some of these with you because they're awful. No, I'm just kidding. They're really, really, they're very nice.
Great.
I meant to ask you, so you were on the show last year, and last year you kind of touched on it earlier in the episode, this time, talking about like how people see you in your like internet and on stage persona versus how they see you in real life. Mm-hmm. And you know, what's funny is meeting other musicians. Some musicians are very much like as intense off stage as they are on stage,
100%.
and that can even be like kind of problematic.
Mm-hmm.
I would reference Andy Frasco, if you know Andy Frasco. That dude is absolutely maybe not quite as intense as he is on stage, off stage, because on stage he's like a neutron star in terms of just like losing it and great stage energy and everything. I got to meet him at GMF a couple years ago, and he came off stage and he had that same level of intensity, but he was very articulate. So all of that to say, what advice do you have for any guys out there that are trying to date you? What would you tell them? You're like, this is your chance.
Dude, do not do it.
Don't do it. Don't try.
Run.
Run.
Really.
Why?
I'm like, here's testimonies from other people.
Pull it up on
I
your.
have references.
Yeah, there you go.
They're just restraining orders.
Her Google, your Google Maps thing. It's like summer hoop detour. Yeah, no. What? Why? Tell me why.
Man, I don't know, because I will say, do I think at heart that I am a lover girl? Yes.
Okay.
I do think that. Other people would disagree, but I don't know. I just feel like a lot of the times I'm very attracted to chaos, and I can see stability as being a problem, or maybe not being as like intense of a love as something that is like more like tumultuous and just crazy.
Yeah.
And also I kind of have this thing where I feel like I can't necessarily be super happy in a relationship right now, because the thing that makes me the happiest is like making music.
Sure.
And being successful in music. Sure. And I can get super down when like that's not going well, and I can be very self-isolating because when I think about like, not to get too existential, at the end of the day,
I knew what we were going to get into
at
today.
the end of the day, like the thing that makes me feel the most alive and like I'm getting the most out of life is when I'm making art, performing my art,
sure,
doing all of that. So I almost have this thing inside me that's like, I need to get this down first, and then maybe I can give somebody attention, and then maybe I can do this. And I know it's probably, not that easy, because you just meet people at different times. You don't expect it to happen. So I would say if anybody is trying to wife up summer hoop, be rich. I'm just kidding. Just be patient. Yeah, I can be a little avoidant sometimes. That doesn't mean that I don't like you. It just means that I probably need time to be like introspective and like be a little brooding on my own.
Do you take time to process things when you're trying to, like, when something heavy happens, or like when someone comes in your life? Are you like you take time to process?
Not really. I really like brush over a lot of traumatic things.
So you don't process.
I just I don't know. I've
All
had
right.
other people be like, how do you joke through that? And I'm
Fair enough. That's fair. And, maybe we'll talk about that a little bit more here in a minute. But the show is coming to an end. Before we go, I don't have the credit sheet directly in front of me because the person who normally does that isn't here today. But we have a huge crew of people behind the scenes that work very hard to make sure that this show looks and sounds as good as it does, and we're very proud of how it looks and sounds. Sound mixer Mark Perfetti. Let's see if I can go through them by memory, because we have some new people here as well. Wade Abram is our hang on one second. Wade Abram is our on camera ops. We have Wade Abram, we have Charles Holsapple, and we have Lisa Reuter, and our video director today, who is one of our new video directors, Stephanie Fugelberg. I'm going to say it wrong. Yep. Mark says something like that. Thanks, Mark. Charlie Cushing is our board op. I'm your host, Ken Apperson. We're live every week here on WMNF 88.5 at 2 p.m. after the news headlines on WMNF.org. And you can listen to this show and every other episode of the show, including Summer's last episode on the show, in podcast form on Spotify or Apple Music. Just search Live Music Showcase. And, we are coming up to the end here. I want to say a big shout out to anyone who's watching and participating in the live stream. That means a lot to us. If you want to hit the share button, and make sure you hit the follow button if you haven't already, to make sure that you get notified when we go live every week at 2:06 p.m. So all of that said, Summer, what do you want to see happen in 2024, even though we're already halfway through it?
Mass destruction.
Mass destruction.
Yes.
Apocalypse.
Yes.
Yeah, let's end it all.
What do I want to see just out of everything? That's such a broad question.
Well,
I want to
in
see
your career, in your
success.
life. You in success.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm gonna I have a few singles that are gonna come out.
Yep.
Pretty. My brain's not working. I got all the stuff ready to go. I'm ready to go 0 to 100 and really push these. So I'm just hoping there's some people out there. I find my group of people that is like, we like Summer Hoop and we want to see her on tour and we want to support her. Not that I don't have that, but I hope that it grows.
Let's find more of those people.
Yes.
Yeah, let's do that.
People that get me and want to be a part of the Some Hoop army.
If you're listening right now, your homework after this show, whether you're listening live or you're listening in podcast form, is to find Summer Hoop online right now. Summer, where can they find you?
You can find me on Instagram, Some Hoop. If you type in Summer Hoop, I'm sure it'll come up.
Mm-hmm.
YouTube, Summer Hoop.
If they Google Summer Hoop.
Yeah, it'll come up.
Okay. And so that's your homework. Find Summer Hoop and share her with one person that you think would like her music. That's your homework right now. Now, in the last minute here, we do have a couple of AMAs. Summer, you're not brain dead.
Thank you.
You're really good.
Oh my God, thanks.
I'm glad you're on the show, Jay in Sarasota.
Thanks, Jay.
That was Jay. And then we have one person who just provided a question. What is your favorite memory with your bandmates? That's Brittany. That's from Brittany.
Oh, man, it's not going to come to my head right now. I'm probably going to say something that's not my favorite memory. But I'm trying to think. God, Atlanta was cool, but Atlanta was stressful. Gasparilla Music Fest, probably.
Ah, okay.
We had such a good time at Gasparilla Music Fest.
Fun.
We had such a good show. And, like, afterwards, everybody was so nice to us. I was thinking of the wrong show. Next Big Thing.
The GMF was good too, though.
They were both good. GMF was good because we were on the big stage and it got rained out shortly after us.
Right.
So it was as if we closed the show.
Oh, you headlined. Asterisk headline.
Yes.
Yeah.
And the Next Big Thing was also cool. Any of like the shows are fun because then we all get to like powwow afterwards. And it's kind of fun when you open these shows because then you have the whole day to just like drink with each other and like joke and stuff. So
yeah.
Yeah, the
I love
shows
it.
are always fun.
So you want to take us out with one last song?
Yes.
And then maybe we'll chat a little bit afterwards in the live stream. Yeah.
The song is called Closed Off. I'm putting it out in 2 weeks.
So if you want to hear this whole song, you have to join us on the live stream right now because the radio broadcast is about to end, but the live stream will keep going as long as we want it to keep going. WMNF's live music showcase on Facebook and WMNF Community Radio on YouTube. Check it out right now. All right. What's the song? Take it away.
Closed Off. When I get the text you up, I send it down the 401. You're drunk and need to pick me up. And I'm pretty sure that you don't even know my last name or listen to the songs I make. But I'm thinking that you feel the same when you're going down on me. Yeah, you're living a lie. It's like you won't even try, baby. You just act so closed off till we take our clothes off. And you're keeping me out of the light until we're intertwined, baby. You just act so closed off till we take our clothes off. Till we take our clothes off. Till we take our clothes off. Standing here outside your house, making sure no one's around. Why you gotta lock me out? And I gotta say that I'm dreaming of a diamond ring when I'm underneath your covers. But feeling like I'm second string, wondering if there's another. Yeah, you're living a lie. It's like you won't even try, baby. You just act so closed off till we take our clothes off. And you're keeping me out of the light until we're intertwined, baby. You just act so closed off till we take our clothes off. And clothes off so hot, body shaking, window fog, can't stop, eyes locked, heavy breathing out in love. Clothes off so hot, body shaking, window fog, can't stop, eyes locked, heavy breathing out in love. Yeah, you're living a lie. It's like you won't even try, baby. You just act so closed off till we take our clothes off. And you keeping me out of the light. Until we're intertwined, baby, you just act so closed off. Do we take our clothes off? Do we take our clothes off? Yeah. Do we take our clothes off? Yeah, yeah. And clothes off so hot, body shaking, window fog, can't stop, eyes locked, heavy breathing, I love.
Summer Hoop live music showcase. I love it. Okay, so the radio broadcast is concluded right now. If you're listening on the radio, you can't hear us. I don't know why I'm even addressing those people. They're listening to the Rhythm Revival with Billy Seawarts, which is an awesome show, and I highly recommend you listen to it. But for right now, you're here. If you're still here in the live stream, thanks for hanging out. I did discover in the comments on the live stream we had one more AMA question that I think is pretty good. And David says, it's another David Bryant comment. He says, thanks for reading my comment. I have an AMA question. She is so beautiful. So does she have to deal with overzealous fans?
Next big thing.
Creepy guys and gals.
Yeah, I mean, don't get me wrong, I'm Joe Schmo, so it's not like it happens super often.
Okay.
You know what's crazy though? The other day, I was at the strip club, and I'm sitting there. This is probably not. I'm sorry if I'm not answering your comment.
No, we'll get there.
I'm sitting in the strip club, my little stack of ones, my little drinky drink. I'm with my girls. I'm with my girlies. We're having such a good night, and this girl comes over and taps me on the shoulder, and she goes, "Are you Summer Hoop?" And I was like, "Yes, I am." She was like, "I love your music. I'm such a big fan. I share everything." And I was like, "Thank you so much." Like, I was like, yes, my fans are at the strip club.
There you go. Yeah.
That's my target
You're
audience.
like my people.
She's dancing to Inner Child.
All of your
It was awesome.
so in sales they call that a buyer persona, right? Your buyer persona includes people who fold ones long ways, right? Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's good.
Yes.
Yeah.
I always meet people, I guess, at the strip club, and I meet people at the mall a lot.
Really?
So, like, my girlies like to shop. They like to party.
And they like the jiggle. Yeah, that's good. I mean,
yeah, I don't know. Some people overstep, and it's kind of like
what's an example of an overstep? Like pretend like I'm one of those like oversteppers.
Okay, maybe if we're talking like online instances, maybe I like your message.
Okay.
And then maybe I give you a simple reply.
You must be in love with me.
Yes, I give you a simple reply, and then you, for the next like 3 months, whenever like a thought comes to your mind, you're like, boop, 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 boop. Because then at a point it makes me like look bad, like I'm just leaving them on scene, when it's really like I can't carry on this conversation because it's not like, it's not a conversation we need to have.
Right.
Like, you should just have this with your friends or something.
And I would bet, I haven't had this experience with you. I'll send you, like, you're the reason why I have Limp Bizkit memes in my Discover feed on Instagram.
Right.
Because they're hilarious, and I'm like, oh, Summer's into Limp Bizkit, so I'll just send this to, and I think I've sent you one or two.
If you have something that I feel like is going to benefit my life, go ahead, send it. And those Limp Bizkit memes benefit my life.
Right, yeah, but I'm not over here like, all right, I'm in. Like, no, Summer's just a friend, and I know that she appreciates Limp Bizkit the same way I do, except I appreciated them when they first came out. Generational difference. Anyway.
Sorry I wasn't alive.
Yeah, it's your fault.
My first concert was Limp Bizkit.
No.
Yeah, Metallica,
You met his mom?
Limp Bizkit,
You met Fred's
Linkin
mom?
Park.
Was that the what was it
Summer
called?
Sanitarium.
Summer Sanitarium. Yeah. Mm-hmm. So you were like 5, right?
I was a little older. I was going in middle school.
Did you have the mustache yet?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
I've had it since birth.
He came out with that mustache, and they were like, "Let's put this guy on a motorcycle in L.A. and give him a badge, and we'll see how it goes."
You know, when the babies aren't ripe yet, and they put them in the little like ICU tanks things.
I love this. Yes, keep going.
They put him in there for too long, and then he grew a mustache.
Overcut.
Said, "Oh my gosh,
they were
too ripe."
They
now.
pointed the light too much at his upper lip, and so the grow light. So
But they miss everywhere else.
Everywhere else.
Just
you can't grow a beard. No. Summer, can you grow a beard?
No, but I wish I could.
Not yet. You'll get there. All right. But anyway, yeah. So the weirdo behavior in person. Have you had any weirdo behavior in person? Like, have you had anything really like genuinely make you a little nervous in terms of like fan behavior in person?
Fan behavior in person that makes me nervous. Not necessarily. I mean, there is people that like feel like they kind of know you a little bit.
They
like,
get a little too familiar.
where they're like Summer, this is my username, blah 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 blah. Like, how do you not remember me? And I'm like, oh, sorry, like my bad.
My man.
But it's never like too over the top, and I might be blinded by the fact that I like I'm just so grateful.
Are you a ham
for anybody?
Are you like, yes, talk to me?
Kind of. Well, actually, you can ask him. There was one time when I like simply just wanted to like go get a beer, and there was like, and it was so great, but there was like so many people, and I was like, oh man, like I was like, obviously I need to say hi to them. We had just played a show, but I was like, but beer.
So you know what you do in that situation? You go up to the one that looks like they're like the most keyed in on like talking to you. You walk up, eye contact the whole time. You give them a handshake. It's so nice to meet you. I need you to do me a huge favor.
That's so true.
Can you beer me? Can you just beer me, please? Like, make sure you're making eye contact, and they'll do whatever you want, guaranteed. And now you've got a beer friend. Now you have a beer friend.
Now I have a beer mule.
Well, no, they would have to ingest it, and then that's a whole other thing.
Been
there
Different show. Been there before.
Catch that
Okay,
at 5
we will
o'clock.
definitely talk about that on the next episode, I think. A few more comments, and then we'll call it a day. Erica says, so good. I'm definitely going to add some of her tunes to my road trip playlist. Tatiana says, when she opened for Pierce the Veil was incredible.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
That was sick
That was
one.
like literally the best day of my life. Like,
That was
I
amazing.
genuinely think out of all the days I've ever experienced since birth, that was the best day of my life.
So if you could open for any band that you haven't already opened for, any band in the whole world, if you had like carte
Any band in the
blanche.
whole world is crazy.
Yeah.
I would probably say
Three bands. Don't just give me
three
one.
bands.
Give me three. Yeah. And why? Each one why?
I would say Fall Out Boy because
okay.
it's just
Knew
like
it.
it's a legacy thing at this point where it's like they've always stuck around. Like I've had
Yeah.
other bands that I'm like, oh, I'm gonna like this band forever.
Mhm.
But that band, it's like, oh no, I'm going to like this
Yeah.
band forever. Currently probably Chapel Roan. We're geeking on Chapel right now.
Yeah, everybody is. Yeah.
And just like so fun, and like the music is just so good. So it's like I know everybody there at the Chapel shows. I'm like, okay, you guys like good music.
Yeah.
Like, it's so hard to
Give me a third one.
pick.
Come on, give me a third one.
Maybe currently like Bring Me the Horizon would be sick
Okay.
because their last album I was like super into, and
Yeah.
I just feel like we saw them open up for Fall Out Boy actually, and like the show just like felt larger than life.
So good.
Yeah.
And I feel like everybody is really into them, and I want that intensity. There's nothing worse when you go to a show and it's like the crowd is not ready to
Yeah.
rally. Drives me nuts. We just saw Sleep Token recently.
Yeah.
And it's like I love Sleep Token, but I felt like everybody there was just like,
No, that's because the heroin kicked in.
oh, gosh,
Like that's
dang.
the way it works.
But I was like, why are we not like
Internally,
losing
they're
our minds?
losing
Actually,
their
wait,
minds.
Scrap all of those. Limp Bizkit.
I was
I'm
gonna
trying
say,
to go
there it is.
crazy.
Yeah,
but it's
there it
like
is.
what they wouldn't want me there. Everybody in the crowd would be like, get this donut off the stage.
Get this donut.
Get this Jigglypuff
off
out of here.
That's solid. That's good. Okay,
I
so
would
you
love
know,
it, though.
in the if you're going to be watching this video in the future on some reel or TikTok post, tag Fred Durst in this video. That's what you do. in the
Actually, and
comments.
here's the thing: you can't tag Limp Bizkit in, or you can't tag Fred in anything. He like turned it off, so like you can't tag him like in your stories.
Well, we tag
I
his
was
manager.
like, please,
then.
Fred, please.
There we go. That's the way to do it.
But if I was him, I would too.
That's fair. That's
Also,
a fair
like Christina Aguilera, why are you denying it? I would be proud.
If you know, you know.
Denied sleeping with
IYKYK. Yeah. All right. So what do you say? Can we do one more song and take us out, and we'll call it a day?
Oh.
Crew, is everybody okay with
Break
that? I
stuff.
know we're running a little longer today. Yeah.
It's just one of those days.
Every day. Every
yeah,
day.
what are we doing? Disappearing?
That song is my mantra. Yeah.
We can do that.
Disappearing?
Yeah.
Disappearing?
You want to disappear?
Yeah, let's do Disappearing. There's another unreleased song.
I like how he low-key was like, do you want to disappear? Presto.
Laying in your arms, sharing trauma until dawn, call it casual. and setting an alarm. You won't notice that I'm gone, just feels natural. Undeserving of unconditional love, lying to myself, I'm still having fun, always hiding from sincerity, 'cause I'm too broke for therapy. Running from things that make me uncomfortable, ruining things that could have been wonderful. Like a rock in the ocean, I start to sink, maybe disappearing is my kink. No, I got a sick fetish for making huge messes and then going MIA. Before they ask any questions, call it toxic independence. It's an isolating place, but I never ask permission and I never have to stay. Running from things that make me uncomfortable, ruining things that could have been wonderful. Like a rock in the ocean, I start to sink, maybe disappear. Rain is my king, looking at you, but you see right through me. Can't say I love you too, so I say something funny, like a deer in the headlight, to stop and blink, maybe disappearing as my king. Up to you, 'cause you're nothing like me. You give me the world and I take it lightly. I say I'm living on the edge, but it might be the brink, maybe disappearing is my kink.
Summer Hoop here on Live Music Showcase. That is our show today. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for listening. And, whether you're developing your career on social media, or you're writing, or you're practicing for content creation on OnlyFans, go practice. We'll see you next week. Let me help.